Hello, I'm John Rodella. Thanks for visiting with me today. One of the subjects I wanted to take on today is the idea of our partnership in an integrated environment. One of the things that's important for you to know is we try our best to go out and find the right pieces and parts to be in every integration that will make them a great end product. Part of the problem becomes when a customer, or one of our partners, if you will, looks at individual prices of devices. It's not a problem in that we couldn't go to the same sites and get some of the same pricing, but it is a problem in the overall scheme when you look at value versus price. One of the issues that we have that happens to us quite often is in an integrated environment, the customer will say, well, I found this projector or this device that I can get for $10 less than you're charging me. So I wanted you to understand what we do in our process so that you could make a value decision. The value decision is, when I look at that device, what am I saving? Well, I am saving the $10 or maybe the $100, whatever scale makes sense for you. Now, we may not have chosen that supplier because we haven't vetted that supplier, and we may not feel that supplier is a credible one or the one that we feel is worthy to buy from because of their other ratings in terms of their responsiveness and their willingness to take back the device when it's an incorrect device. One of the other issues involved in this is, so now when we give you that integrated project and we give you that bottom line, you have to understand that we're also taking the liability that if that device is an out-of-box failure, we have many resources to replace that thing very quickly, and that there's no labor hours that will be lost because any labor hours as regards that device are already in our project cost. And if we've made a mistake, we must own that responsibility. However, if you bring us a single device and it has an out-of-box failure, well, first of all, we have no fiduciary responsibility to the company that it was purchased from. So it's not even as if we could run interference for you. You will have to send that part back, replace it, get the new one. If I have a crew standing around that morning because that device was key, then we have an issue of we're going to run into additional hours and a job change order. So I don't say this to frighten you. What I say this to do, I want you as my partner to think through the steps of how important that savings will be. Whether it's the $10 or the $100 or even if it's more, one of the things that's very important for you to consider is the price of it versus the value. For our integrated jobs, we spend a bunch of time finding the best vendors at the lowest price, and we really try to be as competitive as we can be in those instances. Well, I wanted you to know that that was an issue and how we feel about it. We will work with you on any basis, no matter how you decide to proceed, but I want you to know how the liability shifts and why it does. And I don't want this to be an edgy conversation, as sometimes when we say, oh, do you really want to do that? It's taken like a challenge. We're not challenging you. We know you're trying to run the best business you can run. And we know there are times when you have to take liabilities and risks on so that you can make the best decisions you can make. This is just information that I wanted you to have so you can make that. Have a great day, and thanks for coming by today.